Ever wished your network could, I don't know, speak a different language? Like teleport data through these secret tunnels.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, today we're diving into the world of GRE tunnels. It's basically your shortcut to sending anything anywhere.
Exactly. And we're going to break down how it all works and the impact they have in our world.
But first, what does GRE even stand for?
GRE stands for Generic Routing Encapsulation.
Okay, generic routing encapsulation, but what's the plain English version of that?
Well, it's basically encapsulating one network protocol, inside another one.
So it's like putting a secret message, like in an envelope.
Exactly. Yeah, like a secret message in an envelope
Right.
travels unnoticed until it reaches, the right destination.
So why should our listeners care about GRE tunnels?
I mean, they're behind a lot of things you probably use every day, like VPNs, secure VPNs, cloud services, things like that.
So they're like these unsung heroes of the internet.
Kinda, yeah. They're working behind the scenes to make all this stuff happen.
So how do these GRE tunnels actually work?
Okay, so basically, a GRE tunnel, establishes a point-to-point connection between two endpoints,
Okay.
like a virtual tunnel, right? And the cool thing is, any protocol can travel inside that tunnel, even ones that are, normally blocked by certain networks.
So it can bypass those restrictions.
Exactly. Imagine a subway tunnel
Okay.
carrying all sorts of different trains, like they all reach their destination, even though they might look different.
That's a really good analogy.
Mm.
Okay, so we've got our secret tunnel. It can carry anything. What are some real-world uses of GRE tunnels?
Well, one example we see a lot is DDoS protection.
DDoS protection.
Yeah. So you know what a DDoS attack is, right?
It's like a flood of traffic that overwhelms a server.
Exactly. Yeah, and it can crash websites and all sorts of nasty stuff. So GRE tunnels can actually route traffic to these specialized scrubbing centers.
Scrubbing centers.
Yeah, basically they filter out that bad traffic and then the clean traffic goes to its destination.
So the website stays up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
What else? Well, let's say you have a company with a, main office and a branch office,
Yeah,
right?
perfect.
And they need to connect, but they're using different networking protocols.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, a GRE tunnel can be that translator so they can talk to each other.
That's really neat. So they're really versatile. But I'm guessing it's not all smooth sailing, right? There must be some bumps in the road when it comes to actually using GRE tunnels.
Yeah, there's some things you got to watch out for. One of the biggest headaches is IP address mismatches.
Like having the wrong address on your envelope.
Exactly. If the IP addresses at each end of the tunnel don't match up, well, the connection just won't happen.
So double check those addresses. Got it. What else?
MTU size can also be an issue,
MTU.
maximum transmission unit. Basically, it's the biggest data packet that can be sent over a network.
Okay.
If the packet's too big for the tunnel, it gets chopped up into smaller bits, and that can really slow things down.
Like trying to cram a giant suitcase into a tiny car. Exactly. Sometimes it's actually better to lower the MTU size, like using a smaller suitcase that fits perfectly, right?
That's a good way to think about it. Makes a lot of sense. So we've talked about how they work, some potential issues, but what about security? I mean, if GRE tunnels are carrying all this important data, how do we keep it safe?
Good question. Now, GRE tunnels themselves, they don't actually encrypt the data, but they're often used with other security protocols like IPSec.
Oh, okay.
So IPSec encrypts the data before it even enters the tunnel, so it adds that extra layer of protection.
So it's like locking that box before you send it through the tunnel.
Exactly. That way, even if someone intercepts the data, they can't read it.
Perfect. So to sum up, GRE tunnels are powerful, but you got to be smart about how you use them.
Yeah, exactly. Pay attention to those details during setup. Think about IP addresses, MTU size, and of course, security.
And don't forget about that extra layer of protection with IPsec.
Right. It's like we've talked about how amazing these tunnels are, right? Bypassing restrictions, all that cool stuff. But it makes you think, what about the ethical side of things?
Oh, that's an interesting point. Like, who gets to decide what traffic gets routed where?
Exactly. I mean, with great power comes great responsibility, right?
That's something to think about, for sure. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. Big thanks to you for breaking down this complex topic.
No problem. It's a fascinating area.
And to all our listeners, keep exploring the world of networking. There's always something new to learn.